Hi, I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Now just before I dive in there and pull your cards for today, Capricorn, I'd just like to say I am a professional and experienced holistic spiritual counselor and mentor, and I offer 100% money back guarantee for image readings, tarot readings, also the programs, as well as holistic and spiritual counselling and mentorship, plus advice to help you with union with self and union with your person. Just check the details in the description box below this video for more information. So let's dive in there, Capricorn, and let's see what messages the cards have for you for both you and your person's love journey thus far. Messages. Alright, so you were coming in with the Emperor guy, and you were coming in with the Hermit here. The Hermit is coming in as both you and your person here in your reading. See, what I'm picking up there in your reading is that you both have feelings for each other, and these feelings are deep and intense here. And it's building when you're coming in with the Emperor guy. These feelings are building inside of your person, but they're also building inside of you as well. See, what I get with the Hermit card coming in here for both you and your person, it's coming in as trying to figure out here in your reading how to manage and cope with these feelings, because they are intense here. So even though both you and your person are out there doing things here, there's an inner Hermit where you're both constantly thinking of each other. That's what I'm getting. You're in the back of their mind, they're in the back of your mind here. You try and carry on with your day, and I do get that you do, but there are times during the day here where these feelings become intense and they stir here. It comes in as, I'm not too sure how to deal with it. I'm not too sure how I can deal with these emotions here in your reading. I don't know if I can. Well, it comes in because of the Hermit here in your reading. It comes in as working up the courage and the strength here, confidence, self-worth, self-esteem. See, there are days where you can cope and manage, and there are days where you feel great about yourself, but there are also days where both you and your person struggle. That's what the Hermit card is saying. I don't know, it's coming in as I don't know where these feelings came from, and I didn't realize that they were actually growing. That's what I'm getting. That it's grown here, guys. Hence why you were both coming in as the Hermit here. These feelings, it's when I said you're both trying to manage and cope with these feelings, what it also talks about there in your reading is that you've never felt those kind of feelings before. And if you have, it has been a really long time is what I'm getting. Now for your person, what it talks about there, for your person, it's easier for me to keep these feelings to myself here. There's a lot going on for the Emperor guy is what I'm getting. This person has a lot going on for themselves here. You're coming in with friends, you're coming in with family here, you're also coming in with work here in your reading. See, what I get here also is that you make this Emperor guy unstable. That's what it's talking about here. Hence why you're coming in with the inner hermit. That's where this Emperor guy is here in your reading. And so they too are trying to build, they too are trying to get through their day here. See, things have always run smoothly in a sense here for the Emperor guy, where they've been in a comfort zone here. Hence why I said you make this person uncomfortable. It unsettles this person here. I want to come in with some more cards. Uncomfortable in their own skin, uncomfortable in their own environment here, where your person can't quite put their finger on why they feel certain things here, because it's never really happened that way for this person, for the Emperor guy, and I get it's never really happened that way for you as well here in your reading. So what it can also talk about here in your reading is that in order to cope and manage with what you are going through, you could be putting that, channeling those feelings into things in your environment here. And it's the same with your person. So these things that you channel it into in your environment, and it is coming in as people, places and things here. This could be family, this could be friends. What I get there in your reading is that that's a pattern and a habit. It's like that's an outdated belief system here. It's coming in with that as well. Nobody knows how you feel. All right, let's keep going. Devil, Four of Wands, and the Nine of Wands here. Capricorn. It's hard to hold back here in your reading. Your person finds it hard to hold back, and like I said, coming in with the Devil card, you have the Devil card, you have the Nine of Wands, and you're also coming in with the Four of Wands here in your reading. I get they're waiting for something to happen. There is something that this person, your person, is wanting, but as well as yourself here, it is becoming a problem. Coming in with the Devil card here in your reading, there is a fear here. See, they were uncomfortable before, but now they're really uncomfortable is what it talks about. And this uncomfortability is making it's a fear element is what I'm getting. It's gone from one stage to another here, where it's more intense. See, you remind this person of, I get here, this is both you and your person, you're very uncomfortable, and what I get there, comfortable, unsettled here, because you come, I was going to say because you can't put your finger on it, but what I get here in your reading is that you've never felt this way before. That's what it talks about. And what these feelings do, these feelings and these emotions, when it comes to you and your person here, it wakes you up to a past pain, hurt and fear. Hence why you come in with the devil card here. And patterns and habits is what it's saying here in your reading. Whether it's alcohol, drugs, music here, what I get here in your reading is that's what you go back to in order to cope with these feelings, in order to cope with what you're feeling when it comes to your person, both you and your person here. And I spoke about channeling it into people, places and things, friends and family is okay. I'm not saying anything wrong about that here, guys. Alright? What it talks about here in your reading is that you have to drink in order to get this person off your mind. You have to drink alcohol in order to come out of this fear mentality, is what it talks about. But see, when I spoke about that it's changed, it's shifted, it's gone to another stage, that's coming in because of patterns and habits here. So, when it comes to drinking alcohol or taking drugs, what it tells me here in your reading is that both you and your person need it more often. You smoke and drink more often here. See, and while you are coming in with self-mastery here, the master program, and you do struggle with not drinking and just working through those emotions here, because you need to understand and gain knowledge about yourself here as to how you can solve what's going on, because solve a problem, and this has become a problem, the way in which you feel here about your person and the way in which they feel about you. And so you overindulge with friends and family here. And when I mean overindulge, you overindulge in the drinking here, guys, the drugs here. And you come in with, you replace that happiness here that your person is making you feel. You may not even realize that they're making you feel happy here. That happiness, by replacing it with your friends and your family here, where you're going to look outside of yourself for happiness. See, the Nine of Wands is coming in as being uncomfortable, unsettled here. So once again, but you're uncomfortable and you're unsettled when you drink now, or when you take drugs, because it's not working. See, with the drugs and the alcohol here in your reading, what it talks about there also, it's coming in as, are they going to take a move towards me? Are they going to come in towards me? You do have that here in your reading. But what your reading is talking about here is there are things that you are becoming aware of. There is a past pain, hurt and fear that you are becoming aware of. And that's The crux of it here, guys, that's what your reading is saying. So book an image reading with me, as I'm not just a tarot reader. Because what your reading is also talking about here is that because you consume alcohol or drugs here, or even both here, guys, you're missing opportunities is what it talks about here. And those opportunities are coming in as self-discovery. Yeah, of course, you don't want to confront or face the truth about yourself here, because the drugs and the alcohol have always worked in the past for you to solve a problem or to overcome some kind of challenge and obstacle. This is both you and your person. But what the drugs and the alcohol actually did there, guys, is they just masked it. And if you do take drugs and alcohol, what it talks about here in your reading is that you need those drugs and alcohol on a daily, because shit is just too hard to handle. A past pain, hurt and fear is just so hard to deal with because I was hurt. But the drugs and the alcohol, they don't hurt me. But in actual fact here, guys, the truth is that it does hurt you. Let's keep going, eh? That's where those are coming in. That's why that's coming in here, Capricorn. And so to override the program, that's that fear, that's the drugs and the alcohol here, guys. To override that program here in your reading is to wean yourself off here, so that you can deal with manageable chunks of a past pain, hurt and fear. Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands, Nine of Swords. Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands and the Nine of Swords here in your reading. It's like saying here, potentially here, for both you and your person, what it talks about there is that you know it's a problem here, the drugs and the alcohol, you know it's a problem here, okay, but you're just going to drink more drugs and alcohol and then you're going to say it's not a problem. It's coming in that way with the Seven of Swords. Let me just look at this, as you're coming in with 16 is 22. Well, quite honestly, here in your reading, the potential outcome here is wanting to be vulnerable. I get here in your reading, you are already vulnerable, but you don't want to be vulnerable here. So, of course, you're coming in with the Seven of Wands. And like I spoke about here in your reading, it comes in as I don't have a problem, but you know you have a problem here. Problem. The problem here in your reading is true and real love, to be quite honest. Here, those feelings you don't potentially hear in your reading, you're coming in with, I don't want to feel it, but you already feel it. This is both you and your person here. The Seven of Wands is coming in as control, trying to control here, trying to control the way in which you feel, by trying to control your environment here in your reading, okay? But knowing here, it's the environment, the people that are in it with the Nine of Swords that actually have the control. That's what your reading is saying. And potentially here in your reading, what it talks about there is, let me see if I can put it in a different way here. See, I'm not saying here in your reading that you need to come away from friends and family. What I'm saying here in your reading is that you need to come first. That's what it talks about. Someone needs to take the lead here. You want your person, they want you, but it scares the fuck out of them here, guys. That's what it talks about here in your reading, because these feelings are deep and intense. And like I said, it makes your person feel uncomfortable. It makes you feel uncomfortable here. You're unsettled here in your reading. And coming in with the Hermit card, it's trying to hide these feelings that you have. But it never really goes, is what it's saying here. Let's put it in an advice card. There it is. The Four of Cups. See, what it talks about there with the Four of Cups, it comes in as the core issue. This is the core issue as to why both you and your person drink alcohol and do drugs here. This Four of Cups is coming in as a past pain and painful and hurtful memory that both you and your person have experienced, and it's connected to neglect, abandonment and rejection. That's what it's talking about. And as I stated, book an image reading with me, as I'm not just a tarot reader, because it's obvious here and it's clear here in your reading there are issues that both you and your person have suppressed. And this is what needs to be worked on. That's what I'm picking up. So that you can go towards your person once you choose yourself. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching.